Yo guys, what is going on? It is Rob. Welcome back to another Bulls MyGM video. And in today's video, guys, we're just gonna be doing really, I guess, some house cleaning. Last video we beat the Suns, and today I just really want to look at this roster, get deep into it, and then also on top of that, maybe look at some potential trades. But first, before we do any of that stuff, I want to go into prospect scouting because I been thinking about what are we gonna do after this season. If we make the playoffs, what are we possibly going to be missing? And it really doesn't help right now because I need to take a better look at what we're dealing with when we get into the offseason. But for right now, I said, hey, let's just look at the players that we got. All right, so some of the guys that probably be like interested, or I'm at least going to keep an eye on. Tower Eulis is definitely going to be one of them. Definitely Yogi Ferrell. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Chris Dunn, I kind of keep an eye on. I'm not really, though. I'm not really interested in Chris Dunn. Marcus Page and Demetrius Jackson, two guys that, I would definitely considering adding for depth, and maybe potentially making them, a starter, 3 years down the road from now, because I don't think they're ready yet. But then taking a look at our shooting guards here, not much for shooting guards this year in this year's draft. I mean, obviously this is a 2016 draft, but taking a look at, Wayne Sledden, I know him. You're obviously gonna have Denzel Valentine as well. Ron Baker, I know who he is. But really, when it comes to shooting guards, really not that deep. Malik Beasley is really good. Just Buddy Hield also good, but besides that, there really isn't one else out there. Jamal Murray, for some reason, is not in this one, but it really doesn't bother me that much because I'm not going to be looking at him. Small forwards, I don't know why Perry Ellis is in the. He's a power forward, not really a small forward. He's more of a power forward center type of guy. But either way, it really doesn't matter. I actually looked at him. I put some scouting down on him. Didn't do Ben Simmons because I kind of knew it was a little unrealistic. Took a look at Jaylen Brown. I want to take a look at Jaylen Brown, see if he's good or not. 6'7". He has the height. To be a decent small forward. And I think he can also probably, if we really needed him to, he could probably also go ahead and play some shooting guard for us, I would imagine. He's also a shooting guard as well, so that's something good to look at. Then even taking, I think I might have even put something down for Brandon Ingram. Actually, for a matter of fact, I think I did, because I just like, hey, why not? Then looking at power forwards yet again, really wasn't anyone that really deeply interested me at all in this. For this draft. This draft seems really, really weak. And like I said, I actually did not put a thing down. The only person I put a thing down for was Bryce Johnson, just to take a look at him. Even Scal could be good for us. But yet again, I truly I truly like Bryce Johnson a little better, just personal preference. But then we take a look at the centers, and one of the centers that I wanted, that I sat there and thought about for a while, was Thon Maker. You sit there and take a look at him quick here. And the thing that I love about him is that this kid's 7'1" and he's only 19. And I think I'm really interested in that because he's so young, and this team could use a young center like him. Especially if we decide to keep someone like me. Just for example, just say we decide to keep Paul Gasol for some reason, and or we make Bismack Biyombo our center. Thon Maker, I would love to try to plug him in as a backup center and a guy who comes off the bench. Probably give him about, somewhere between 5 to 8 minutes a game for his rookie year, and then bump it up as we go along if he gets any better. And the thing that really, really gets me interested about him is the fact that he's 7'1". Centers in the league anymore, they're not that big. They're always going to be a little smaller. Always, they always seem to be 6'10" to like 7 foot in that range. You don't see a lot of 7'1" guys or any taller than that. Another guy that was 7'1", actually a guy who was 7'3". Where is he? No, 7'2", my bad. This guy's from China, but I don't know. I wasn't fully interested in him. One of the other guys I was kind of looking at, and I was thinking maybe for a center if we really wanted one. But yet again, I'm hoping that Thonmaker goes in a second round and try to get a high second round pick, like a higher one. And the other center, I was thinking about it, and that would be the guys who the Lakers picked up in this draft, and that would be Zubik. I was thinking about him because he's 7'1" as well, and he's 19 as well. So, I was kind of interested in that. So, I mean, really in this upcoming draft, we really can't address any of our problems. I think, and we have to do it all through free agency. Take a look at this team right now, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of impressed with this team. Taking a look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler proved to me that he deserves to stay around a little longer. Paul Gasol is doing some good hefty work there. Derrick Rose, I came up with a plan for Derrick Rose. I actually thought about it last night while I was trying to go to sleep, because that's how deep I am into this, But, no, I was thinking, I'm like, Derrick Rose would be absolutely perfect. Keep him this year, and then he'll be on a 1-year contract for next year, and he'll be getting paid like what 20 mil, and then next year's the year to trade him. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing, and that's actually what the Bulls actually did. They waited a whole year. Well, plus he got injured, so you really couldn't trade him. But keep him for this year. Let him play through, because he's doing an absolutely magnificent job playing through so far. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. This guy's still the team leader, but yet again, I want to kind of move off and away from that. Yet again, Lou Williams doing a fantastic job. Actually moved him into a starting spot and bumped Doug McDermott out. I just feel that Doug McDermott's not quite ready yet, and now the lineup would be, at center would be Paul Gasol. We had Tajee Gibson at power forward. Then we'd have at point guard Derrick Rose. Our shooting guard would be Lou Williams, because Lou Williams was complaining about his minutes. And then we have Jimmy Butler at the small forward. Then coming off the bench, obviously we'd have Jordan Clarkson, Bismack Biyombo, Sean Livingston, Doug McDermott, Bobby Portis, Larry Nance Jr., Nick Young, Cameron Barstow, and whoever the fuck that guy is, and Anthony Brown. And these three guys really never play. And to be honest, I really don't care at all. Because they're just kind of sitting there. Anthony Brown, I think, is going to be one of those guys that later on in the year, or when we're facing a crap team, that's when I'll throw him into the lineup to see what he's got. Larry Nance Jr., he's been doing okay for us, but I want his game to go to the next level for us. He's been missing some open shots that he should be able to make. His three-point shot, I know it's an F, but we got to work on that. He's had a lot of wide-open opportunities, and he's got to be able to hit them. I'm slightly disappointed with him right now, but I'm going to keep working with him. He's a power forward. He's 6'8", really more of a small forward than he is a power forward for his size ability, but then, but yeah, he's still playing a stretch four, and that, I like that ability of him to play a stretch four, because I can see his inside and mid-range are B minuses, and I think his three-point shot will get better eventually. As you can see, inside D is a C minus, perimeter D is a D plus, which I mean we're gonna work with that. Yet again, he's young. He's not a starter by any means. He's a guy that's coming off the bench. So hopefully we can work with him, get him better, and to the point where that he can actually maybe able to challenge a guy and maybe be able to try to get a few more minutes than a guy like Bobby Portis, or maybe be able to even, I don't think it'll ever happen, but even challenge Tajee Gibson. Taj Gibson, he will be out of here by the end of the year. I can promise you that. The only thing I need to do is I need to figure out who is going to be his replacement. Do I either stick Bismack Biyombo in to the center spot, or do I take put Paul Gasol to the power spot and then put Bismack Biyombo into the center spot? Because if you saw last video, which if you didn't, make sure to go check it out. You'll probably find it in the playlist, or I'll probably just throw a link below down in the description. If you go and look, Bismack Biyombo had an excellent game, and just to show you how good that game was, I'll go ahead. I have to I'll show you it, because it was nuts. It really was. You take a look at the box score here, and you're going to take a look, and we go down to Bismack Biyombo. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, a steal, a block, and he really did well for us. He did really, really well for us. I was really proud of him. Yet again, talking about Butler, in 18 minutes he put up 11 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and he had a block as well. looked really, really good. Actually shot 100% apparently. Derrick Rose had a good game too. Derrick Rose has been playing really well for us. Clarkson really impressed me in that game too, and had 13 points in only 8 minutes, so that's insane as well. 10 points for Paul Gasol, 8 points for Sean Livingston. So we played a really, really good game. As you can see, talking about Larry Nance Jr. again, he was 0 for 3, and we need to work on that, and I'm trying to. Take a look at his rebounds. He had 3 rebounds and an assist. So we're working on him. Trying to get him better little by little. But yet again, I'm very, very happy with how this team is starting to come together. Hopefully they can come together even better than what they are right now. And I think the big thing for us right now, you take a look at our minutes and whatnot, what I'm giving to players. Sit here, take a look at it. Derrick Rose has 30 minutes, so does Jimmy Butler. Doug McDermott, for right now, I don't know why he's actually in the starting lineup. He shouldn't be, because it's going to be something like that. But that's what I just did for the Suns, and it seemed to work. And I really like how this is going, and I think I'm actually going to have to switch this up here a little bit, because yet again, these guys just played so well. That I had to give them some more minutes and had to work them into playing. But yet again, you can see where I'm kind of giving minutes in. I actually hopped Cameron Bairstow out, and the reason why I put Brown in and gave him 2 minutes, because if you take a look, we have a lot of power forwards. We have take a look, and point guards have the most minutes, and here's the reason why point guards has the most minutes. Derrick Rose has 30, Jordan Clarkson has 22, and Sean Livingston has 20. Now you take a look at that, and you kind of sit there and scratch your head, and obviously he's going to have more minutes. I'm actually going to go ahead and bump up Bismack Biyombo's minutes right there too, and actually let's switch him to the 8. But yeah, so that's the lineup that we're probably going to go with for the next few weeks. See how we play. If I'm not mistaken, Steph Curry is actually injured. The last time I checked, I believe. We could go ahead and we can go ahead and check that. Here's all the injuries. Broken right kneecap, 2 to 4 months for. Oh, that's terrible. Where is Golden State? Yeah, so Steph Curry's out for 1 to 2 weeks, and Andre Iguodala is day-to-day. So, when we go up against Golden State, I'm not going to play that game, obviously, but it's going to be an interesting game. We might actually be able to take down Golden State, and maybe. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think we're going to be able to still keep up with a team like Golden State, but if it's a close game and we just manage to lose, I'll be happy with that. I don't expect my Chicago Bulls to be able to go up against a team like Golden State and beat them, but I do expect them to give them a challenge and not to just let them go running. A team that I really expect them to be able to keep up with and be able to play with would be a team like the Trailblazers and the Pacers. Expect them to be able to stick up with both of those teams. The Spurs are going to be a good challenge for us. I know I don't think that we're as good as the Spurs. I don't know if we can actually top them. We should have no problem with the Nuggets. Hornets would be a nice good game to see where we're at. But this the Trailblazers is a game that I'm looking at. The next game that I'll probably actually play will probably be next month. But like I said, I expect to win a lot of games within this month. The Clippers are going to be tough. The Spurs are going to be tough. The Hornets are going to be tough. And probably the Grizzlies too. So that's 4 teams that I expect that to be tough to beat. Where I would understand if we did lose to them. However, if we're facing a team like the Suns or the Nuggets or the 76ers, I expect to beat those teams. I really do. So we're on a 2-game win streak. We took down the Pacers and the Suns, and I'm really happy about that. And like I said, I'm really impressed with this team, how we're able to come out and play and stuff like that. I haven't even had to look at free agencies yet. They try to cover up some injuries, and we've been very lucky. Speaking of injuries, we've been very lucky to not have any. To be quite honest with you, we're really freaking lucky. But for right now, this team seems to have all the screws kind of tightened. I'm not gonna say that they're completely tightened, but I like what we're seeing. So moving on from that, we're gonna take a look at where we are in our division. We're in fucking last place. Okay, we're 4 games behind the Cavs. Yet again, we unfortunately lost to the Cavs. We're 4-7 right now, tied with the Pistons for dead last, and we need to work on that. And I'll actually talk about it. I was looking at trades for to try to move Jimmy Butler, and I offered a really good one, which I thought a team would bite on, and I got in the talks with the Knicks, and obviously if I'm talking to the Knicks, I'm looking at Carmelo Anthony, and I think I had Carmelo Anthony and Jaren Grant on, and then I was going to trade them Jimmy Butler and I believe Bobby Portis or Tajee Gibson, either one of them. I think it was Tajee Gibson actually, and freaking Carmelo Anthony had to be a dick and say no, that he didn't want it. So, which absolutely sucks. But I guess we could take a look at free agent signings here. And hold on, guys, give me 1 second.